Hi, this is Alan Edwards again, and I'm going to talk about targets. So the Start Targets has a submenu: Auto, Manual, Wind-Based, or Review, and down here we can save or recall targets, and we can fix a line shift. So if we move the line, say you reping the line, you can fix a line shift by hitting that button. So I'm going to talk about these now. I'll first talk about manual. It's the simplest. This is going to show you the speed and angle of the line that the boat is going, and my boat is this desk, it's not moving. And then you can use that to kind of see how you're doing if you want. But in general, what I do is just set what I know for the kind of the conditions. I mean, usually where I sail it's pretty damn windy, so it's usually something like that, for example. And then I correct it, as I said in the overview video, I correct it during a trial run. But that's setting the targets manually, number return. But you can also do it automatically. And for an auto start, you just, the idea with this is you'll be like going down the line and you'll see a number of the time to burn, and you'll head to the line, and this will tell you what that number is. So you hit start, and you say, so just like somebody else, go now, and this will time down, and then as soon as you cross the line, it will, I'll manually stop it. It'll give you a number here, like say 3 seconds. And so that becomes your target time to turn. So in other words, you're heading, say, parallel to the line, you see 3 seconds, or in my case it's 0, so I don't really worry about it. But you see that number that's characteristic of your boat, how long it takes the boat to turn and accelerate and all that. And you turn at that point, and then you should be hitting the line right when you should. And it'll tell you what target it's set. So that's automatically done just by hit that button. And then you go right then. When you cross the line, it's set the targets for you. One thing I should mention is that no matter how you set your targets, you might find that you want to decide whether you're going to approach on starboard or port, and that's done in the manual target screen. The other thing you can do is set the targets based on the wind. So if we go into this screen, and if we haven't set the wind, we go to the wind screen, and we can set it we can set it based on actuals if you have a race box. You can set it on upwind, you can go dead downwind and then press this button, or you can go on starboard tack, press this button, go on port tack, set this button, click that to do the average of the two, or you can set it manually. So once you've set the wind, however you're going to do it, you return, and then you just have to tell the wind start whether you want to start on a starboard tack or a port tack. And one thing that's important is that you want to tweak your targets. Your targets are set for being steady state, cruising, going, you know, at your maximum speed. It's unlikely that's what you're going to do in a start. You're probably going to be in accelerate mode because you really aren't going to be starting from that far away. So you can tweak it. I use a standard of 5 degrees, and that'll tweak your targets. You can tweak the speed down if you want, just so that you're not using your steady state targets as your start targets. So it enables you to put in the difference between your steady state and your starting targets. So that's how you would set it. So if we set it there based on a starboard approach, and then we go back, we've got the new targets set. You can always change that manually if you want, and return. So that's the targets. Go back to the main menu, and thanks for listening.